Hello and welcome back to Trans and Transparent. How are you?
We're back. We're back with
another episode.
How you feeling today?
Me?
Yeah. You ready?
Yo.
Yeah. See?
I hope you are relaxing, listening. Maybe you're doing the laundry. Maybe you're cooking. Maybe you're on a walk.
Whatever the case may be. Strap in, honey. We're about to get started.
Tell me how much you love me. Tell me you'll never doubt me. Tell me how much I change your life. Say you can't live without me. Tell me I make you lazy. Tell me I drive you crazy. Tell me there's no one in this world you know.
Not me getting tired halfway through.
Yeah.
Get into it. So, yeah. Well, I do have a topic we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So the other day, y'all, Benji and I were at a wedding.
Like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Literally 2 days ago. Well, it wasn't a wedding. It was
2 days ago.
like a wedding ceremony, pre-wedding kind of wedding
Yellowing
thing.
ceremony.
Yellowing ceremony, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's kind of funny. Like, I just feel like going to events now feels, in a sense, very different. Like, because I would say this is the first time that, at least for me, I've been to like that kind of a wedding where it's like, or that kind of a setting where I have to be kind of try to be as passing as possible in a sense, and to try and be as like
P?
try and be.
Oh, I thought you said
I think I kind of try
I
and
was
pee.
like, okay, yeah. I mean,
Sure.
yeah, pee discreetly.
No. Try and be like as, unclockable and as kind of respectful and take as little space in a sense as possible, because I didn't, I wanted to not be boom shakalaka laka boom 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 at this kind of an event, and kind of keep it a little bit more casual.
Yeah, you mean like you didn't want to wear like too much?
No, not necessarily that, but just be my like kind of energy,
okay,
that kind of vibe.
Energy wise.
Yeah, energy wise, and kind of keep it a little bit more demure, very mindful, very demure. Keep it a little bit more demure, a little bit more that like that energy, I would say, because this is one of my very, very close friends, and it's giving kind of traditional.
Yeah, we also had
families
like
and stuff. So
like everyone had to wear the same things.
yes,
So I wore like a pink shirt, like button up, like Indian type shirt,
yes,
and you wore what is it called?
like a sari.
Sorry.
Sorry, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had ordered it for everybody, and they wanted everyone to wear this attire, which is very nice. It was nice that they provided everything for
exactly.
for all the
I
guests.
kind of liked it though.
Yeah, it was
Like,
nice. It was very beautiful.
Because it is very binary. So I'm
Yes.
like, I thought about that. Like, okay, if this was pre-transition for me, when I was like very much like non-binary, and masculine looking, but still, somewhat female presenting.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, would I have to wear like that kind of dress? Because I wouldn't want
Probably,
to do that.
yeah.
But I guess I would have to, But now I just liked having to wear the same things as all of the other guys and just being included with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though I hated wearing pink.
Yeah, I saw on your face you were not having it.
No, I just have like trauma with pink because I avoided it so much when I was a child. Like every time because sometimes like my grandma got me something pink, or like my mom, she's like, "Oh, this shirt is really cool." I'm like, "No, it's pink. I'm not gonna wear it." But now I did.
Yes,
It can look good.
yeah, you look really nice in it. I felt like you were more so in your head about it.
Yeah, probably.
But it wasn't also entirely your shade, maybe.
No.
It was kind of did fade in a little bit with your skin tone. So that's okay. That's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I felt like it was nice. Like the only thing about it was that the material itself was, or like the tunic part of the sari that I was wearing was very tight on me. I didn't try it on until very last minute, which was probably my mistake. But you know, it is what it is. And the material was very tight. Let's put it that way. And it was a little bit itchy on the inside, which me and my sensory issues, I was like, oh. But it was fine. It was very fun though. Like I had a good time. There was a lot of really good food, and it was a nice evening. Nice evening. I was a little bit. I would say I was definitely anxious before it because I felt like the pressure to kind of pass and fit in a sense was a bit there. But in my head. Did anyone
like look at you or talk to you, say anything?
No, actually not. Which was quite nice. But also whenever anyone was like kind of nearby, I just gave very much like, hi. I'm just here. Don't mind me. Very that energy. But it was fun. It felt really nice to at least have like the group of friends we were with, you know. Like I felt very comfortable in that regard.
Yeah.
But it was fun. And then now on Saturday we're going to like the more
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. We're going to like the more
actual wedding.
Yeah, like the proper big wedding, I guess. The main wedding.
Gonna wear a suit.
Yes, and I'm wearing this brown dress. I'm very excited.
Oh, brown.
Yeah, brown.
Poop?
Yes. Well, some people's, sure.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You okay?
Yeah.
Drink some water.
Okay. Well, I have one suit.
Yeah.
And it's the same one I always wear. And I wore it like a year ago because I went to a wedding a year ago as well. Mm-hmm. When I was like 3 months auntie, I think. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of passing, but maybe passing as like a 15-year-old boy.
Right.
But the suit still fits me. But on that wedding a year ago, I got drunk.
Oh no. Okay.
I feel like we always mention that I get drunk in these fucking episodes. But yeah.
Well,
it was an open bar, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone got drunk.
Yeah.
So when we got home, or I got home, I threw up in the bushes.
Oh no. Why do I feel like that's not the first time?
Well, outside the apartment, I threw up in the bushes, and I got a little bit on the suit, and I still haven't like washed it.
And you,
because I have to take it to the dry
cleaner.
Yeah, and I've never done that, and it's probably expensive. Maybe not super expensive.
I think one suit you're fine. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, well, I still haven't done it, so but I've scrubbed it a little bit.
Jesus Christ! Y'all see what kind of a friend I got right here? Such a fresh man.
But I am usually. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Transsexually. Occasionally. Oh. Oh wow. That was a new experience right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited. We're gonna do a little bit of a way back when photo transformation, little tiki-taki. Tiki-taki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice.
I got like a package sent to me from a company called Spouty, and it's basically an STP, stand to P device, but it's a very special kind because it's not the usual ones. It's like a hollow penis basically, or like a hollow packer, and you can just like pee through it. It has a little cup that you pee in, and then the pee comes out of the packer.
Right.
So you can stand up. You can use the urinal, or you can like just use it whenever, basically. But for some people or for some guys, it's very easy to spill, and you have to like practice it. And then for some people, it just doesn't work, especially if you maybe like on the thicker side and you have like big thighs. Then it's difficult to make it work, basically.
Right. Okay.
But this Spouty thing, it's like what's it called? Like a not plastic, but it's see-through, and it's like a
tube.
Yeah, it's like a tube, like a long tube, and then it has a little suction, mini suction thing.
Oh,
on the end. So you basically like it's really small, but you basically put that where your pee comes out.
Urethra.
Urethra.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I think so.
You put it against your urethra.
Okay.
And then it kind of creates like a suction.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to sit in place. And then you can pee out of it. And then obviously you can use a regular STP on it. So you put this
tube.
Yeah, you put the tube inside a regular STP, and then you can just pee freely without any leakage.
Oh wow! Revolutionary, y'all! Come on, technology, get into it.
I'd never heard of it before, but then I got like a TikTok videos and I saw it and I reached out to them and then they sent one to me. So I'm gonna try it out, but I'm really scared because I'm like, what the hell?
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it's weird, but just I know a lot of trans guys get really dysphoric from not being able to stand up to pee, and especially if you're like going to events or clubbing or like in this case a wedding.
Yeah,
you want to be able to just use the urinal quickly and then go back out, you know. So this could be a solution. I've heard that it's supposed to work really well for all body types.
Oh my god, you know what you should do? You should do like a little bit of a behind the scenes vlog from the wedding. You're like, okay guys, I'm going into the bathroom now. I'm ready. I'm gonna use it.
Well, imagine me just standing filming while I pee in the urinal.
It's so weird.
Yeah, people are like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, let's not do that actually.
No.
That sounds awful.
No.
But hey, why not?
Yeah.
People have vlogged weirder things.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yep. That's true. But I'm probably gonna make a little review about it. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Just wanted to mention it.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of things going through our heads, I would say. Especially for me, I feel like there's a lot of things I'm thinking about with the wedding. It's like, gotta keep a very, put together. Gotta keep it very
elegant,
all of that. All the things I'm not. I can be if I need to be. I just choose to not do that usually.
Oh, you mean you like it more slutty?
Well, when you put it like that. No, but I like to have a good time. I like to, be very boom shakalaka kind of energy when I'm outside. Yeah. And I like to be loud and have fun and key with my friends and have a good time. So, yeah, this time it's giving a little bit more. Hello.
Well, are you gonna wear heels the entire night?
Yeah, but they're like kitten heels, so I should be fine. Yeah, they're tiny. It's a very short heel.
Oh, okay.
Like a very, like very, very small heel.
Oh, just imagining like a heel for a kitten.
Yeah, no. Imagine.
Like, how small is this heel?
Very tiny, very, very petite, very teeny tiny teeth. Yeah. No, but I'm just wearing a little low heel. Nothing too crazy, but still classy, sophisticated, elegant. Goes with the outfit.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it'll be nice.
I've also thought about like for events and weddings when you're feminine presenting, you have so much more like you can be so much more creative when doing an outfit.
Oh, that's for sure.
But if you're like masculine presenting or like male, there's like, okay, wear a suit. Yeah. And usually at like weddings, you have to wear a black suit. So then it's like, well, I guess I'm just going to wear what everyone else is going to wear, Not going to be sticking out at all.
I will say, I mean, at least let's put it this way, for the actual like wedding part of it. No, but then it's like kind of normal and common to do more of like the traditional, just black and white, I guess. And the last wedding I was at was actually my sister, and her wedding was in Portugal. And at that wedding, first I did just a regular black suit because this was pre-transition, y'all. Okay, so I just did a regular black suit, but then for the actual like party after and like more of that vibe,
you wear a dress.
No, imagine no, but I wore like a rusty suit. You remember the one that I had back in the day? That was like corduroy.
What's corduroy?
Like the Manchester tyg.
The one that you gave to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wore that one. So I did, I did make it a little bit more creative.
I want to wear that one someday.
Does it fit you?
I mean, I haven't tried on the pants. I think the jacket fits me.
Probably.
But the pants, I'm not sure. They might
know.
be a little short.
Maybe. Try them.
Yeah. But I don't know when to wear it. Because usually like I said, if you're gonna wear a suit to an event, it's gotta be a black suit.
That's fair. But you could wear it to an event or something, like a influencer event or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe. Why not?
Well, I like just wearing suits.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to wear a dress. So.
Oh well, hello.
And
well, that's fair.
I kind of like not having to think that much about my outfit. Like coming out, because you always also need to buy like new dresses for every event. I feel like
that's the thing. Yeah.
Unless it's been like 2 years, then you can wear the same one again. But like I said, I've worn this suit every time, and I don't think anyone is gonna be like, didn't you wear that suit on the event 3 months ago?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
No. I can just like change the tie, and it's gonna be like, oh my god, something new.
Something new. That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, I feel like, because I was looking a lot for dresses, and I was like, yeah, damn, it's very few things I like. There are very few like wedding guest dresses that I enjoy. I have to say, I looked around and I was like, it's either too, for my own personal taste, it was either too florally and frilly and like,
that's not really your vibe.
No, it's really not. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I would say I'm definitely not the type of like boho chic kind of girl. Like, for me, that's so not the vibe. Like,
but
I
you're
really
more
don't
like
like
elegant.
Yes, elegant, a little bit edgy. Like, I like a little bit of something. Like, you know, I wear a lot of leather.
Yeah.
In general, like I like that kind of vibe. I like a little bit more of an edge. I like darker colors.
Yeah.
So it was hard finding something. Eventually, I did find something. It was actually from the company I work for, so I got a good discount, which was very nice. Did not mind. So yeah, I got there in the end, but it took a while, for sure. There was one I wanted to get, but it was really expensive, so then I did not get it. But it was a very, very beautiful, like, blue dress with a really nice back on it.
Yeah.
Like a, no, it was really pretty, but yeah, like I said, it was too expensive, so I did not get it.
It's okay.
It's like $500, so it was like, no.
Damn. Yeah.
No.
Fair enough.
But it's so funny, like, I do really enjoy the difference now going to events and going, like, you know, being able to wear a dress, and that's kind of what the expectation is from me now, feels so much nicer than like having to conform and wear like a suit when I didn't want to wear suits and stuff like that, you know, and like felt, you know, I don't hate a suit, but I prefer dresses.
Yeah.
Is basically what I mean, you know?
I hated dresses so much.
Oh,
I never wore a dress. I always wore suit or shirt.
I think the one time I've seen you in a dress was like for graduation. Or for prom, I mean.
Right, yeah.
That was about it.
I feel like you were surprised that I wanted to wear a dress.
I was very surprised.
I don't remember why. I was like...
Because we looked at suits first. You wanted to do a suit at first, and then you were like, actually, no, let me do a dress.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that.
But I think it was only like for a little bit, and then you were like, no, I want to do a dress. I was like, oh, okay.
Probably felt pressured.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I remember we looked a long time for that dress. Went to a lot of different stores.
Really?
Remember?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I remember where I bought it, but I don't remember where we looked.
Yeah. But it's so like it's so funny to think that I wore a pink fucking suit for prom and you wore a black mini dress. So funny to think about that now.
Yeah.
Because we would never do that now.
We could switch. I know I wouldn't wear a pink suit though.
No. I can't see you in that suit. I love how everybody...
It's very like hot pink too.
Yeah, exactly. And I love how everybody in the comments of that video, like the reel that we did, were like, oh, y'all should have switched. You should have worn each other's outfits. I was like, yeah, no.
But didn't you almost get elected, or what's it called? Like, you almost became prom king?
Yes. That was so crazy. Like, everyone hated me in that school, mind you. Or like, we were very much social outcasts.
Yeah. But you were... I think people still thought you were cool. I mean, you were still a gay...
I was the homosexual of the school, for sure. So people knew who I was, for sure.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but then...
I think people were impressed with your pink suit. Yes. The fact that you...
dared to do it.
Exactly. So they just voted for you.
Yes. I think it was pretty close. Because I remember...
You probably came second, but then of course some like popular blonde boy.
I remember who it was. It was so boring.
Too.
Such a boring person. I was really like, wow, well.
good looking.
Yeah. Well, everyone in that school, I'm sorry, we're so boring.
Yeah.
I don't miss the people very much at all. Well, a few people, some select people, but not many.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so it's officially been 1 year. 5 years since we graduated from high school.
Yeah.
And the problem that we talked about was
that was 8 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. But what kind of school is that called? It's not high school. It's what?
Primary school. No. No. What's it called? Whatever.
Whatever's before high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also our system is a bit different in Sweden.
Yeah,
because we have we start high school when we're 15, 16, depending on when your birthday is during the year. And then you graduate when you're 19, 18, 19, depending on the year. So
yeah. So that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
This week
or last week. I'm turning 24 on Tuesday.
Yeah, right. You're turning on Tuesday.
Crazy.
You're turning on Tuesday.
I'm turning on Tuesday. Turning on Tuesday. I don't like her anymore.
Oh.
She can fuck off.
Oh.
Fuck Tuesdays. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But because you sent a picture from that day.
Yeah.
We graduated. And that's even worse than prom.
Yeah, literally.
That graduation.
Because we were farther into our puberties also.
Yeah.
I think that's what made it worse also.
Yeah, because you did my makeup. Like, I also filmed this entire day on my YouTube.
I did not do your makeup. You did your own makeup.
No, but the eyeshadow.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because I had yellow eyeshadow. It looks like a black eye or something. Like, when it becomes yellow, you know?
Yeah.
But then, I did my own eyeliner, and then I did foundation and all of this.
Yeah.
But my hair... Like, the length of my hair was so weird because it
was.
It was to my shoulders, slightly above my shoulders.
Mm.
And then there was, like, almost no layering. And I had brown hair as well. Yeah.
Like dark brown.
Yeah.
Almost black.
Yeah.
It was kind of wild.
Yeah.
Not your best look.
Definitely not. That's why, sometimes I feel like it's so sad because... I want to look at those pictures and be like, oh my God, remember when we graduated and all these memories from that time. But now I can barely look at them because I'm like, what the hell? I look so weird.
Yeah.
Because if it was that I didn't like the way I looked, but I still had transitioned, it would be different. Because, of course, you're not going to like the way you look, what you looked like 5 years ago, style-wise. But... now it's just because I'm like so ashamed and like it just doesn't feel like me when I see those pictures, and they're gonna be there forever. Like I'm gonna have our entire teenage years are just gonna be pre-transition.
That's the thing. I also feel weird, like really weird looking back at what I was doing, and in a sense it's like. I was in a sense like I still I wore makeup and everything, but I caked that shit on that day. I did like a really dark, like colorful rainbow look.
Right, yeah.
Eyeshadow look that
you
was
also
like
used to have like really, really short hair.
Yes, very short hair. I was and everything just did not fit right. My outfit did not fit right. I didn't even have a blazer. I just had like a what's it called? Just a regular white shirt, and I had a pink bow tie.
Right.
No, like it was just not.
Yeah, I also had a suit though, so I'm so glad that I didn't have a dress or anything. But yeah, it just fit so weird. My pants stopped like so high.
Oh yeah.
And then I had like Air Forces.
Oh,
white Air Force shoes.
I think I also had something like that.
Yeah, it just looked weird.
It did.
Yeah,
I also feel that though. Like I really do look back at older pictures of us and of myself, and I'm like, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
What? Girl, what was I thinking? I don't get it. Like I don't understand what I was thinking, and nah.
But it's also fun to think about. Like from that day, we were like unemployed, finished school. I didn't have any plans or job or anything.
Me neither.
After that, like some people had saved up money and wanted to travel. like after graduation, I hadn't any of that.
Same.
Didn't know what to do. It was also COVID during this time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because we also had that's also one thing. I feel awful looking back at graduation photos and videos because I'm so jealous of people getting a real graduation now. Because ours was so bad. Because we were also graduating literally 2020. So it's like right in the beginning. So all the plans we had and the plans that we had been planning for like a year and a half just went to absolute shit.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened from it. Yeah. So we ended up just doing some like very mild stuff. It was nothing fun. Like it really was not the vibe.
Yeah. We had like a little party, which was nice, but it was not something super special. It was just like a little house party.
Yeah, it was basically okay. It was just definitely nothing crazy.
Not what we wanted.
Definitely not what we wanted. And yeah, no, I just remember I was in such a horrible place during that era. Like it was not for me.
Yeah. Because we also didn't finish school.
No, not properly, no.
The time before that, because we were living together, or you were staying at my dad's place.
Yeah.
You and me. Because they were not there. So we lived there together for like
a month.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Because we also had like school.
Online.
Yeah.
Online classes. It was wild. And yeah, no, for me, like doing online classes was just not it. Like at the time, I could not get it together. Because also I had undiagnosed ADHD at the time.
Right.
And there was just a lot going on, so I fully gave up at that point. I fixed it now, but yeah, back then, not the vibe.
Yeah, but that's also what I mean. Like we had no idea what we wanted to do, what was coming.
No
like
clue.
I've always known that I want to work with like YouTube or social media because I started posting on YouTube like 2017.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've always wanted to do. But then I've just kept trying, and then nothing ever happened. So eventually I was like, okay, this is just not going to work out. So that's why that summer I took the bartender course. Instead. I was like, okay, I guess I'm just going to be a bartender.
Yeah.
During COVID for some reason.
Yeah, that was also a very interesting choice.
Yeah, so I didn't work at all that entire year. Which was crazy, but it's still nice to think about that time because it makes you more grateful for how things are now, and that
for sure
we're both presenting how we want to present and like
doing well.
Like I have my dream job basically, so I'm just so grateful, and it just took 5 years.
Yes.
So you never know what we're doing in another 5 years.
No, for
or what
real.
The person who's listening, what you'll be doing in 5 years.
If
chase your dreams.
Honestly, though, but if you really want something, go out and get it. Like, if two transsexuals like ourselves can get it, why can't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like for me, like life was crazy. Like it took a hot minute to get into what I wanted to do, but once I did, I worked my ass off to get to where I am, and I'm very proud of what I've accomplished now and where I am and what's happening and the direction my life is headed towards. Feels really good.
Yeah.
But it took a long time. And I think part of me figuring out who I am also has helped a lot in that to achieve what I want. Like doing things now, I've really felt like being myself and like transitioning has made it easier to also get the stuff that I wanted. Because before that, I felt like my life was on pause because I didn't want to do anything in life, kind of, in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're just so stuck in other thoughts and other things going on. It's hard to kind of focus on your career, focus on life, focus on what you want to do. Kind of,
Yeah.
I mean, your platforms are literally built on the fact that you're trans, so I guess you agree.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why it didn't work out before. Because like I said, I tried YouTube, and that was the only platform I used. But a little bit on Instagram. But I tried, like I said, for 7 years.
Yeah. That's crazy.
7 years, nothing, or I got like 1,000 subscribers. a little bit over 1,000. And then I just didn't understand why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But then now I'm like, okay, I hadn't found my niche. And obviously I wasn't myself. I wasn't living truly as me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be myself, which I'm glad. I'm happy about that now.
Yeah.
That I kind of had a fresh start as Benji, you know?
That's true. That's true, actually.
So everything happens for a reason.
It really does.
Let's move on.
So,
my shirt gets stuck in the chair.
Oh no. Basically, for reference, there are these chairs in the recording studio that we're sitting in, and on multiple of the chairs in here, there's like a crack at the back of it that if you like lean back too far, it like catches your shirt. You get like stuck. It's happened to me multiple times, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, honestly,
The same with your crack.
honestly, there's gonna be a lot more cotton there than just a t-shirt, honey.
Oh.
If you want to go there, you know, just saying. Okay. Yeah. Why not? Try it. You might like it.
Me?
No, not you.
No.
I'm just speaking it
I'm
out to
good.
the universe.
Stay out of my ass crack, please.
Okay.
Okay, what were you going to say?
So basically, I was just thinking about this the other day. So I thought it was really funny. Like, I've been on some different dates and some different adventures with different people over the past year. And there have been some funny stories. And I just feel like I really want to get into the topic. Honestly, dating as a trans woman can be so funny at times and such a like interesting world to navigate. And it's definitely like a big difference between that and like dating as a gay man, which I was doing before. And like, it's so funny. Like some of the stories I have, like I've told my coworkers, I've told y'all, I've told like my friends, you know, and everyone's like, oh my God, like these people are batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because it's like, I don't know what to expect anymore. At this point, for me, nothing is like crazy anymore.
Yeah.
In a sense, because everything has happened already. So I'm like, okay.
Like, what are some crazy things that they like happen?
So I'm gonna tell y'all. So here's the one thing that keeps happening again and again. So there's this phenomenon of men being very, very attracted to trans women. Like if y'all could see my DMs, y'all would gag. Y'all would gag. But essentially what happens right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all some. I can show you some later.
Okay, yeah.
Some funny ones. If because I have to look through a little bit, but some are really interesting for sure. Like just the other day, I had one guy who was like commenting on my story, and he was like, because I wrote like, I did a wheel recently on my Instagram that was like trans women are or trans women are women.
Trans women are men.
Trans women. No, trans women are women.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy in the comments. He was like, oh yeah, trans women do it better than women, or they're more feminine than cis women. La la la. I was like, oh okay. I mean, this is an interesting like thing to say. Like, why are you saying this?
Yeah.
Because he prefaced the whole thing by saying, yeah, I'm a straight man. I'm a straight cis man, and I feel like trans women are, you know, la la la.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this is interesting. I didn't react to that comment, right? Like I was like, whatever.
Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
read it for the peoples.
Yeah, I'm gonna search it up.
I think it's still there.
Oh, it's in Swedish.
Oh yeah. But you can translate it.
Yeah. As a straight cis man, I can't do anything but agree. Trans women are better at being women than cis women are. Fire emojis.
Which is just a wild thing to say. Like,
what?
It's not a competition, y'all. Like, it's really not.
You like the comment.
I was just, no, because I was like, what the fuck? You go.
Yeah.
Why not? But anyway, the thing was, after that, this same person texted me on Instagram. Like, he DMs me.
Yeah.
Let me see what he wrote.
That's a weird thing to comment.
Yeah, it is a weird thing to comment. And then I think he wrote like kind of the same thing in my DMs. Let's see. I want to read it. I want to see if I can find it.
Like no profile picture, weird username type of account.
Yeah. Oh, I found it. he was like, he wrote in Swedish, but I'll translate it.
Yeah.
He was like, trans women are better at being women than what cis women are. Slash, all the best straight cis man, or like,
From
via regards, straight cis man.
What the hell?
I was like, haha, thank you.
But I saw your comment already.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was just like, haha, thank you. And then he was like, I would love to be your summer flirt, by the way. Then he sends me a picture of himself. He's like, this is me. And I was like, sadly, I'm not interested.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, don't show this in the video, but...
No, but I mean, it's still a cute picture. It's he looks like he's not old. He's like, what, like 20 maybe?
No, I feel like he's older. Really? I think he's like 30.
Okay. Like little, very short brown hair and no facial expression on the picture. He's like,
yeah,
like the emoji with the straight face.
Which, like, don't get me wrong,
but
feel,
also like,
feel free to DM me, whatever.
This is me. And just
yes. No, but like, I'm not saying this to like expose anybody.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, because I'm not. I'll be honest about that. If I'm not interested, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to get into somebody's appearance like that. That's not the point of it. My point is just that people will come out with like really crazy things to say and like say, like DM me wild stuff and just, they're really on it, okay? Like, and the DMs always like, it really feels like it's very much like always about like sexuality and like they just want to either prove that they're straight by liking me or that like they just see me as an object.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I feel like it's a weird thing to just be like, I'm a straight cis man, as if that's enough for you to be like, ooh.
Right? Like, okay. Congratulations. Yeah. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a weird way of like getting into it with someone. I find that a little strange. But this is just one of very many examples. Yeah. But I just thought that one was kind of funny. Yeah. But yeah, so I've definitely been on like some really interesting dates. There was this one guy that okay, so basically we were talking yada yada yada. Yeah. I think we matched on Tinder or something. We were texting a lot. This man, I'm not gonna lie, very attractive. Very attractive person. And we were texting for quite some time and
on
then
Tinder?
Yes. Then we exchanged numbers. We started texting, you know, added each other on Snapchat and Instagram.
Nudes?
I mean, there definitely were some exchange of certain types of photos for sure, definitely. But also it gave more like, oh, you're so beautiful. Yeah, like, okay. I want to take you out, la la la. I was like, okay. And he was like, really like, oh, you know, I want to date you or this and that. And I was like, okay, well, interesting. Let's talk. What's up? But also at the same time, looking back, this was red flag for sure. But it gave very like, oh, you're so sexy though. Like, I want to get to know you, but like, you're so sexy. And was like really on that.
When was this?
Like, how long ago was this? Maybe 3 months ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that, I think. And then this guy is like, you know, we were texting a lot and then maybe a week or two had gone by. Like, I think it was like 2 weeks into us talking. And then at that point I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go out with some friends to this party thing that I really want to go to. The thing was, we had planned that we were going to go on a date that day, but I was like, hey, would you mind? Because my friend is organizing this event and I really want to go. And he was like, yeah, like, no, that's fine. No worry. No
worry.
No, don't worry about it. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, well, you know, if you want, I can come and pick you up when you're done at the party. And we can stay at your place. I was like, you know what? Sure. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Right? Because I was feeling very beautiful that night. Like, my makeup was on.
Also nice to offer to pick you up.
Yes.
Instead of just like, I'll be at your place.
Yeah.
Let's fuck, you know?
Yeah. And it was a cute moment. Like, thing was, I had been at the party. I was having a great time. Like, I felt very pretty that night.
Yeah.
maybe I was looking a little bit slutty, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I was having a fun time, right? He comes and picks me up. It's maybe like 1 a.m. when I think this event ends or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
I was not there, no?
No.
Oh.
Maybe 2 or 3. Or
Maybe
no,
4 or 5.
I think he picked me up at 2:30 actually, because I
Okay.
remember I left like half an hour before it was closing,
Oh.
and I think it closed at 3.
Okay.
I think. So anyway, he gets there. You know, I see his car. I get to the car. I'm like, hey, you know, how are you? Get in.
What car was it?
He drove like a BMW, I think. Nice. Like it was a nice car. Nothing crazy, but it was nice.
Yeah.
And we're in the car. We're vibing. Like we're talking. It was actually really nice. That's why I was so surprised. I'll get to it, but like it was a good vibe. Like we were really talking, chilling, vibing, like making jokes back and forth. Thing that was a red flag about him though, and this I was like, even then I was like, oh, this is a bit weird, because I would sometimes I would say like, oh, you know, you give me like a big bare facade, but secretly you're very, very sweet on the inside. And he was like, don't demasculize or
demasculinize.
Yeah, or like don't make me seem
less
masculine.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
what the hell?
okay. Like
as if that's not a compliment.
Right? For me that's a compliment. If I tell you like you look big, tall, strong and scary, but you're actually a sweet person.
Then you're just insecure.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's giving like toxic masculinity.
It is. And that's the thing.
If you think you have to be like tough all the time.
Right. And that's the thing with a lot of these guys is they're very like insecure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because then, you know, we get to my place, we, you know, start doing some stuff, we have a good time, have a very lovely evening. Let's put it that way. Okay. But then he's like, oh yeah, like I have to get up really early and leave at like 6, 7 in the morning. I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, what is it? Wasn't it like at like 5 in that case?
Yes. So I was like, sure, whatever, that's fine, I guess. Because he was like, yeah, I have a thing that I have to go do. And I was like, okay, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then, you know, he leaves. And I shit you not, within 10 minutes of him leaving, or maybe like 20, he's blocked me everywhere. He just blocked me everywhere. The hell? And mind you, let's just put it this way. What was there was not a lot. If you're catching what I'm saying.
He has a small dick.
Yeah, okay. Well, you didn't have to put it like that. But yes, okay. And it was not yeah. It was not
but maybe that's the insecurity.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. And then I was just like, ooh, okay. Like, wow, you's insecure. Yeah. Because then also like that's such a reoccurring pattern. And I've noticed this, like, let's be real, I don't feel like everyone talks about it, but there are so many men that hook up with trans girls and then immediately after they're like, oh, what have I done? And then they just block them. And it's like, I get it. I get that you're like, it feels crazy. But then but then I'm also like, damn, you have no consideration and no care for the other person involved. Exactly. Because that's what it always gives. Because trans women, they just get lusted over and just get sexualized. But no one wants to actually like treat us with respect.
That's so horrible though. Like just having sex and then blocking.
Right.
Like I know people do that, but I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
At least be like, oh, thanks for yesterday.
Respectfully, it wasn't for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I've had men say that to me. I've said that to men.
Yeah, but maybe they're also like, what's it called? Like covering up their...
Like covering their tracks?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So no, for sure. I think so too.
I'm guessing a lot of them don't want anyone to know that they've been with a trans woman.
Definitely.
For some reason, you know.
There's a lot of shame.
Yeah.
A lot of men have a lot of shame about being into the dolls. It's fucked up. Because it's like, okay, well then we're just the sexy side piece kind of vibe. It's never anything more.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like sometimes it's really frustrating dating as a trans woman. You know what I mean? Because at that point I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. Let's see what happens. Yes, okay, like hooking up on the first time you meet someone is not necessarily a good sign for like dating, but you know, it can happen, especially in Sweden. We have a very different like kind of culture around.
Yeah, I mean that's how Shelmy and I got together.
Yeah, like hookup culture in Sweden is definitely a different vibe than in a lot of other countries.
Yeah.
And like it's quite free and quite open. And I like that, but it does also lead to the fact that it's very hard to find somebody to actually date properly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then there's that whole thing in combination with just being adult, it just makes it very hard to date here. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's really hard. Yeah, well, not him. Sorry. But also, one thing about dating as a trans woman that is
as a trans
transsexual is honestly like my friend and I coined the term tranny planning.
Yeah.
That is basically like the mental math of like getting ready for like a date or getting ready for an event or getting ready to go out or whatever.
It seems like such a hassle.
It's honestly such a hassle in the sense of like just carefully planning in your head, like, okay, on that day, maybe I'll be a little bit more clocky so that the day after when I go out, I can be fully shaved and my skin will be very smooth. And like that day, I'm going to be very like...
But can't you like shave every day?
I mean, I do, but then like those days, after a while, like my skin does get a little bit fucked from it or like get very irritated.
Okay.
If you do it all the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to let my skin breathe a little bit. So sometimes I'll do that maybe like a day or two before I go to the club or before I have a planned date. Because then I'm like, okay, well, that time, like right before I go, then I can, you know, shave the body, shave everything and make sure that I'm as smooth as possible before meeting them. But that mental planning is a headache because then the dysphoria you have like the days leading up to it is so much worse. So it's like two evils you just have to pick and you just have to go for it kind of. But yeah, so that's my new expression, tranny planning.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to do that.
No, that's very nice for you.
Yeah, if anything, I'm just happy that I barely have to do anything.
I can imagine.
Just the only thing I have to plan is when to wash my hair. Usually. But, you know, it's not that.
It's not that hard.
No. Exactly.
No,
it's really
for sure. Yeah. And I mean.
planning outfits, obviously, but.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, not that I shaved, like, my face or anything, but still, like, the time it takes to get ready.
Yeah.
And you have to plan for that. That's just so annoying.
It's so frustrating. I mean, I both love it and hate it at the same time. Or like, I love getting ready to go out and I love that whole thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I'm not going to lie, like, you know, like sometimes I just want to be able to like quickly be like, do a little spontaneous little date. But that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I have to get ready. I have to get glammed up and feel my fantasy, like feel myself to be able to enjoy a date. Not like that. But like, if I don't do that, if I don't have the routine, if I don't feel like I've done what I want to do before meeting somebody, I'm not going to feel comfortable when I'm with the person.
Yeah.
So then that kind of ruins a date as well, for me, mentally at least.
Yeah, I get that.
So that part's frustrating.
But actually, like, sometimes I miss, like, the getting ready with other people or just, like, getting ready, listening to music, having a drink. Of course, I can still do it, but it's going to take me 10 minutes, 20 max if I'm going to, like, pick an outfit. Because sometimes that takes me a while, though. But, like, because you remember you and I used to, like, sit at the desk together with the makeup and our mirrors and just, like, talk and listen to music.
That part is so fun, though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So
I can imagine that you missed that, or like it is a fun thing to do. It's a fun activity.
Yeah.
But you can still sit there. You can just talk.
Yeah. But it's also fun because sometimes I've gotten ready with my one cis male friend.
Right.
And that can also be fun because then at least we do the same things. Like, oh, should I wear this shirt or this shirt? Or just like waxing our hairs together, at least, you know.
Waxing your hairs together?
Waxing our hairs. Wait, not waxing. Putting in wax.
Yeah, I get you. I get what you meant.
What is it called?
I would just say doing our hair.
Oh, yeah. Well, specifically wax.
Yeah. Putting
Just
some
like-
wax in our hair.
Yeah. Waxing. Just shaving our heads.
Also, waxing our hair together, like putting them together, and then like that sounded funny.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that in my head, like you and Linda doing that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And then you have more time to pregame.
Yeah, it's exactly. Well, that part's nice.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get so into the getting ready part that I forget to pregame while I'm doing it.
Exactly,
So I have to force
But
down
I
the
remember that
alcohol.
also.
Yeah.
So I was like, I finished my glass while we get ready, and then you still have a full glass.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
I
we have to
know.
leave.
Yeah.
Or we have to get started at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would always get annoyed at me. You're like, bitch, drink.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm going to get into it.
Yeah.
But I caught up. I catch up.
Yeah.
Ketchup? Oh, mustard?
Oh.
Why not? Also, oh my God. I have to say something.
What?
I have a confession to make. That
You're trans?
no.
Oh.
I'm an ally.
Okay.
Recently I saw a guy that I saw him outside. Outside here, actually.
Here?
Yes.
Like here?
Yes.
Outside.
Like outside.
Outside here. Okay.
Like, yeah. Because I saw this one guy.
The T Central.
The T Central.
Oh.
T? Okay.
That's where we do the podcast.
Hello. And anyway, like, I saw this person that I've met before. Multiple times. Very lovely. Very good time. And I saw him because he works as a security guard now. And I was like, oh, wow. That outfit was doing things for me. So now I'm kind of like, I kind of hope that I run into him.
Outside here.
Yes.
Let's just stay, like sit outside and just wait until he shows up.
That sounds really creepy. Let's not do that. But if I see him potentially, possibly transsexually, I might say hi. Yes.
Just tap him on the shoulder and be like,
hello. Well,
and then what?
I don't know.
What's like your like pickup line?
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Horrible. No, I don't know. I don't do pickup lines like that.
No.
I feel like you could be the type of person who did a pickup line, though. I know you're not, but I feel like you could. I feel like if you were single now, I feel like you would.
Ugh, that's so cringy, though.
It is, though.
But what would you say if you went up to someone?
Like, hey, how are you? Oh my God, it's been so long.
Yeah.
What you been up to? Yeah. Oh my God, me too.
Oh my God, let's fuck.
Oh, yeah. You know, yeah.
Oh.
Yes. No, I don't know. But I was like, okay, well, damn. That sucks.
Have you ever gotten a good pickup line or like
yeah.
someone coming up to you?
Not someone coming up to me, but online for sure. I can't remember now, but I know there have been some that have been like, "Ooh, that was good." But you know what? A lot of people do, and this is so frustrating. This is my worst pet peeve ever. Period. Point blank. If anyone ever does this to me on dating apps, I never respond ever. But when they go, "Hey, what are you hunting?" I'm like, "Oh my God. Oh my God. No, leave me alone."
So then you just like don't respond ever.
No.
What if it's a really good looking person?
I'd be like, haha. Try something else. No, maybe I'll answer if it's a really attractive person, but usually they're not.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, no. But it's super cringe, and I hate it every single time.
Yeah.
Or like, what do you like to hunt? Or what are you hunting for? La 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 la.
You
Bitch,
baby.
It's
That's
my
what
name.
you should write.
No, but that's what they want me to say, and I'm not gonna give them that satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Today I'm Prey. My name is Prey. Hey, I'm Prey.
Oh.
Hunt me. I don't want to hunt nobody.
Oh, I thought you meant pray as in pray to God.
No, not like that. Prey, as in,
Yeah.
you know?
As in, you know?
Yeah.
You
Or I can
remember-
be gatherer. When I was vegan, I was gatherer.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, they have hunters and gatherers.
I'm gatherer.
Imagine. Just change my name. Really, why not? Gatherina.
Gatherina. I had in my, like when I had Tinder when I was like 15.
Yeah.
I had in my bio, like, you know, you can add text.
Mm-hmm.
I like guns and tits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When I was 15. I think that was everything I had. Maybe that and like my height or something.
Oh my God. I remember when we were 15, Tinder actually had like a under 18 section. You remember that?
Yeah, it did. And then they removed it.
I think they removed it when we were like 16. And that was only for people who were over 18.
Right. Exactly. That was fun.
You remember Yellow or Yubo, as it's called nowadays?
Does it still exist?
Yubo still exists.
What?
But it's more like a live streaming thing now.
The hell? Yeah, I remember.
I have a friend who's on it a lot, and I'm like, girl, what the hell are you doing?
Really?
You are almost 20. No, you are 23 at this point.
Oh.
Girl, stop it.
I've never heard of it. Okay, we're going to move on to the next section. All right, so the question for the episode is, as a trans person, I find it very hard to feel sexy or desirable. Any tips?
Well,
I know what it feels like.
well, I mean, yeah, I get that though. Like it's, it can be hard, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like especially if you're gonna get undressed or like if you're not wearing that much clothing, you know, because when I feel the sexiest and most attractive is usually when I have like a nice outfit on, and like I'm clean, I've done my hair, I smell nice.
Yeah.
So if you want to feel more sexy, desirable, try to like get into maybe like fashion a little bit and see what type of clothing you like to wear, see what you feel sexy in.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a suit, maybe it's a leather jacket, maybe it's a certain hairstyle. And like I said, when you're fresh, I feel like you're going to feel sexier. And for me, like smelling masculine or like having a nice perfume or like a nice deodorant, that helped so much when I was pre-T, and I rarely ever felt desirable. So that definitely helps. And still, if I'm ever like really dysphoric, like taking a shower and just like putting on some nice deodorant definitely helps.
For sure. I feel like that kind of stuff, it really does help. Like for me, I'm like, as soon as I like shave or whatever, as soon as I put on some makeup and take a shower and do my hair and refresh everything, I feel like, oh, okay, now I feel good, you know. That really helps. I would say it depends. Like one of the biggest things that I think helps is like also figuring out how to dress for your own body type, for example. Like stuff like this also helps a lot. Like if you want more practical tips, it's like making sure to proportionize your body to kind of fit, you know, the desired look you're going for, in a sense. So maybe for trans men, it could be like wearing a well-fitting suit and make sure that it's tailored with like kind of shoulder pads or something like that, like to make you look broader and make you look a little bit bigger, like stuff like that. For trans women, like have a good focus on trying to get better at makeup and better at hair and taking care of your skin and like also finding things that accentuate your curves, like if that's what your goal is, basically. But those kind of things, they really do make a big difference once you kind of get into that, like and learn how to do it properly. Like is going to take you to a new level, because it's one thing taking hormones, that's going to do part of it, but the rest is up to you to also like kind of get further along.
Exactly. Like style and just like what haircut you have, like all these things make such a big difference.
It really does.
In your confidence as well. And something else that I find really helps that other people find attractive and sexy is also how you act, how you talk, things that you do. So if you're like a trans man, for example, you could offer to like help carry something heavy. Like that makes me feel like desirable if my girlfriend's around, you know? Or just like offer to help, or maybe if you sit in a certain way, like I can feel very confident or like just like euphoric or whatever if I like put my hand up on like the couch or something when I'm sitting down, or talking about things that you are knowledgeable about can also make you feel more confident and like sexy somehow, you know? So it doesn't have to be all about the appearance either. It could just be like experiment with different types of ways to walk or sit down or like move, or like I said, just gestures in general.
No, for sure. Definitely. Like that kind of stuff really does make a huge difference as well. And like, I think doing those things also help you kind of get more into your own identity as well. And like you kind of, as that gets more and more natural, you're going to feel more and more confident about it as well in the long term, in a sense also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think stuff like that definitely does help a lot.
Yeah.
I would say.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah, we've had a great time. We've been talking about a lot of different things.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, as always.
It usually gets this kind of energy.
I feel like we're really getting into it now. Like, this is the 8th episode, right? Or
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're almost going to be at 10, guys.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So next week, we're going to be talking all about sex.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that maybe.
Let's talk about sex. All right. Let's talk about sex a little bit.
Baby, all through this. It's the way we were obsessed with that movie. Okay, sorry.
But yeah, so make sure to tune in for the next episode. We're gonna get into it.
We have a lot of questions. Y'all were ready for that topic, so it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. So also make sure to join our Discord group if you want to join a little community and just talk to a bunch of people, a bunch of other transsexuals.
Yes, it's a really good vibe. Like I really love the vibe there. And we also ask y'all there to send in some questions and stories and stuff. So if you want to be featured in one of the podcast episodes, that's a great way to be featured.
Yeah, exactly. And also, most importantly, our Instagram. Send us DMs with questions, stories. That's where we check first. So we don't get a whole lot of DMs. So if you send us a question, it's very likely that we're going to answer it. So make sure to send us a question on Instagram, trans and transparent.
Perfect.
Trans y transparente.
Sí.
Sí. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or morning or whatever time it is for you. And
thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, sure. Talk next week.
Hope you're listening and tune in next week. Bye.
I'm a whole vibe. I'm a mood. They see I ate it up like food. She came, she ate, and she ain't leave no crumbs up on the plate. I'm a whole vibe. I'm a mood. They see I ate it up like food. She came, she ate, and she ain't leave no crumbs up on the plate. Lips so glossy, feeling real bossy. Standing on business, take 'em out, kamikaze. Face so snatched, it could reach the high heavens. I got no match, slaying 24/7. What you think this is deep in my glow up era? My relation's so on point, gelling like aloe vera. Chilling like a cucumber, don't need no sweater. I am living my best life, it just keeps getting better. I'm a whole vibe.